Hey guys, welcome to the Way of the Warrior vlog. Today for our very first video we will be discussing a kata, or a pattern of movements used in many forms of martial arts, which is taught in many different styles and in many different manners. This kata was created by a legendary martial artist who was known primarily for teaching kata around the late mid-1800s. This kata we'll be discussing today has drawn interest from many influential martial artists of their time, including Kenwa Mabuni and Yoshitaka Funakoshi, and is still commonly used form in competitions today. Today, we'll be discussing Sōchin. Sōchin kata, or as it is translated into English, tranquil force, is primarily taught in two completely different ways, depending on what style or lineage it is taught in, the Naha-te version and the Shuri-te version. The Naha-te version of Sōchin, taught in martial arts such as Shito-ryu and Shorin-ryu, combines natural and high stances with low and deep stances, as is a primary characteristic of many Naha-te lineage schools. The primary stances used in the Naha Sōchin are Nekoashi dachi, or cat foot stance, Zenkutsu dachi, or forward stance, and Kiba dachi, or horse stance. Stances are blended between natural high and low deep in order to provide a balance of two different ideas. Natural fighting positions, characterized by the natural high stances, and deep stances, or to lower the center of gravity and move inside of the target. The Naha-te version is the closest to the original form of the kata that still exists today. Seisho Arakaki created this form around the late mid-1800s, combining techniques learned in his native art with the techniques of Fujian White Crane Kung Fu. Arakaki Sensei served as a translator of Chinese language for the Ryukyu royal family. As a patron, he was a well-educated man who happened to be a practitioner of Tode, which is one of the first recorded martial arts native to Okinawa. One of Arakaki Sensei's most monumental demonstrations came on March 24, 1827, when he demonstrated Tode in the Shuri region of Okinawa. In September 1870, Arakaki Sensei traveled to China as a diplomat, where he eventually found his first instructor in Fujian White Crane. After Arakaki Sensei returned to Okinawa, he combined his new knowledge of Fujian White Crane with his past knowledge of martial arts to create several new kata, all of which are still taught today. Just a few of these new kata which Arakaki Sensei created are Unsu, Seison, Shihohai, Nesishe, Sanchin, and Sōchin. As Arakaki Sensei grew in popularity, he drew many students, including Kanryo Higeonna, who would go on to create Naha-te. Higeonna Sensei then went on to teach his own art, and, just as his instructor before him, drew many students, including Kenwa Mabuni, the creator of Shito-ryu. Mabuni Sensei included many of the kata into his curriculum which were handed down from his master, some of which were created by Arakaki Sensei, including Sōchin. This makes the Shito-ryu version of Sōchin one of the most true to the original version still taught today. Of the martial artists that Mabuni Sensei was able to train with on a regular basis, Gichin Funakoshi, the creator of Shotokan, shared much information with him, and vice versa. Funakoshi Sensei would teach Mabuni Sensei his principles, while Mabuni Sensei would teach Funakoshi Sensei his principles, including kata. Funakoshi Sensei learned Sōchin from Mabuni Sensei, and then passed the knowledge of his katas on to his son, Yoshitaka Funakoshi. Yoshitaka combined his knowledge of martial arts, as he had trained with a few prominent martial artists of the time, and his knowledge of Sōchin, and combined the two, creating the Shuri-te version of Sōchin. There are very few similarities between Naha Sōchin and Shuri Sōchin, but some similarities do still exist to the trained eye. Shuri Sōchin uses primarily low and deep stances in order to keep the practitioner's center of gravity low and condition the lower body to become stronger. Of Shuri Sōchin's stances, the most oftenly repeated ones are Fudo dachi, or immovable stance, and Kokutsu dachi, or back stance. There is only one natural high stance called Renoji dachi, or L stance. Yoshitaka Funakoshi's version of Sōchin is still taught in Shotokan karate and is one of the more common competition katas used today by Shotokan competitors. hope that I've helped to shed some light on the history of this iconic kata, and hope that this video has helped you understand how much of an intricate tapestry all of the martial arts styles are, or how much all of our martial arts history ties together. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, or if it helped you gain a better understanding of the history of this kata, please hit the like button and the share button to share this video with your friends, students, or others you may think might find this video interesting.